and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the and with
Kevin, thank you very much.
You're right, Dave. That is scary. Thanks for that one. So the Nets starting five. Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's Griffin, and it's Durant, and it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the 1 spot. Now, here is Harden. Shoots over Schroeder. Griffin. And Griffin stays with it.
An underrated aspect of Griffin's game, his tremendous instincts on the glass.
And you think back, some of the best centers ever to patrol the paint wore a Lakers jersey. And go right on down the line, Shaq. What did it mean to carry on that big man tradition with that franchise?
Well, I knew no matter what I did at the Laker franchise, I was going to be number 4. George Mikan, rest in peace. Wilt Chamberlain, rest in peace. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, just wanted to be in those categories, and I think I am number 4.
Well, you're humble, but, I mean, there's very little separation with those 4 players.
Listen,
putting
at the end
Shaq
of the
in
day,
that group, right?
Shaq's an all-time great,
Absolutely.
and he knows it. But in all fairness, as are those guys. And I always tell people it's not fair to try to compare eras. You can only dominate what's in front of you, and all 4 of those guys have dominated.
I like that. I'm gonna have to.
You can use that.
No, I'm not going to use it. I'm going to take it.
No, that's already patented.
No. Well, I own the patent company.
Harden against Schroeder. Harden the pass to Claxton. Out to KD. Passes to Claxton. Back to KD. Over James. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
It's hauled in by Claxton. The Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Griffin. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. And the rejection by Harden. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. And here's Morris for 3. Shaq, you always play with a lot of passion. Is it possible to play with so much fire that gets the best out of you? And if so, who in the league sometimes crosses that line and has too much of whatever that is inside that drives your passion?
You know, Greg, when we were playing, there was only one guy, Kevin Garnett. Now, in this era, you got to go with Russell Westbrook, Draymond Green, and Kyrie Irving.
And the Lakers with possession here, following the bucket by the Nets.
Yes, the defense sees James with the ball and assumes he's a shooter, but you know him, he exploits the defense to always find that assist.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's Irving, and Gasol sends it back. Fast break, the Lakers. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And the long strides of KCP, dangerous changing ends there, and he loves to finish in space.
Harden outside. And he hammers that one down right in the face of Marc Gasol.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice. And Shaq, you were the dominant force of your era. You could argue LeBron has dominated his as well. When you think about his greatness as a player, what stands out to you?
I hope I don't ruffle any feathers by saying this, but he may be the greatest athlete ever. He's got a very complete skill set. His durability, the years he's played at a high level. There's only one other guy that has done that. We all know his name, but like I said, I hope I didn't ruffle any feathers.
Oh, no. We like the honesty. And it's Schroeder missing.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
Now the pass to LeBron. And the Lakers get it back. Inside, outside for Caldwell Pope. And the Lakers with another miss. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
You know, I love what the coaches did tonight. They pushed the right buttons time and time again.
Here's James. James Harden picking up that last basket. And the wide open shot from Morris. And again, the Lakers no good. Brooklyn leading by 3. Griffin kicks to Irving. Pass to Claxton. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
Here's Caruso. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Nets leading by just 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then there's Harrell, and it's Caruso in at the point guard position. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. And then Brown with the dunk.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
The Lakers trail. So much love for the perimeter offense these days. But Shaq, for your money, who are some of the best back-to-the-basket players that are in the NBA right now?
The list is short, but
He went.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up throws.
And taken away by Johnson. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report.
You guys play with Harrell's level of energy, and that gets him to the line with some frequency.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
James Harden, he's checked in for the Nets. Kyrie Irving comes in for Johnson. Well, Shaq, one of your more famous quotes of late has been, "Rings, Ernie, rings." All joking aside, is the number of titles a player wins the best measurement for where they stand in history?
I think it's a piece of the pie, but it's a large piece. It's a good tiebreaker when comparing greats to other greats. It was always the standard of what a great player should be. And
a championship is a championship no matter.
No matter what. And I didn't make the rules. I just try to abide by them. But, yeah, I think the more rings, the more you could say how great you were.
And I think it's a good point because it's all relative. Because, you know, Bill Russell's got 11, but most people would say Michael getting 6 in his era was the equivalent to that. And then you could go a step further with Kobe and you know, having 5, you having 4 because of free agency and the impact of that. So I do think it's, as Shaq said, it does matter because great players win championships. But there are other metrics that you have to look at as well.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Lakers. Nets leading by 4. Shaq, you had some fierce rivalries with other centers, and later you formed great friendships with some of those guys. Is that something you pursued, or did it just kind of come organically?
I saw Russell and Wilt become friends off the court. I felt I should do the same thing with Alonzo Mourning and Yao Ming. Me and Zoe didn't really become friends until I got to know him. I admit I was a hypocrite because if you know Zoe, he had the mean look on his face. I thought he was a mean guy. Then when we played together in Miami and won that championship, I realized he was a great guy. And Yao Ming, listen, he was an awesome guy. It's good that two different cultures can come together for one common cause. So It's good to have friends like that.
Did you out-teach you any words, any Chinese, or did you come up with any to say, good day, my friend?
For the first 3 years, I didn't speak to Yao. And then one time I hit him with a Akeem Olajuwon move, and he's like, nice move, big man.
No
and
kidding.
I was like, Yao, you speak English? He was like, yeah, Shaq, you never talked to me. True story.
That's a great story.
True story.
That's a great story. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. In the corner, Harden makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
And one of the most creative scorers the league has to offer. Harden specializes in sinking those tough shots.
And Shaq, a pleasure to have you with us. Great to hear your observation as always. I hope you join us again.
I will. Happy to give them anytime. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys very much.
Man, they really are chomping at the bit to get you back up there.
Yeah, they want you back in the studio.
Nope, I'd rather be here with you guys.
Good. We want you here too. And Steve, there are people who have to focus on one thing to get it right, yet Shaq can execute so many things at a high level at the same time.
You're so right, Kevin. We know he's one of the best to ever put on a uniform. A lot of people always talk about his offense, but he made second-team all-defense 3 times. He can do it all on the court and now in the broadcasting booth.
Nets leading by 6. And here is Durant. He's been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game. And he gets the bucket. KD's got his 3rd basket of the night.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
It's stolen by Johnson. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Jordan. Pass to Shamet. Outside, Green. Outside, KD. Got a piece of it. Back to Green. Shot clock at 6. Durant down low. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And now a 10-point Nets lead. Here's Caruso. No good from outside. And so that's the end of the first. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the 3rd quarter soon.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. And making the long walk back from the courtside broadcasting booth. And now with the second half about to get underway.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for Brooklyn now, Tyler Johnson is out there with Landry Shamet. And it's Durant. Then there's Griffin. And it's Claxton in at center. Strange to see Marc Gasol shooting from outside. His game, Greg, wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he was more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else.
And Schroeder entrusted to run this offense, making the right call.
Schroeder against Johnson. Passes it to Durant. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's James. Caldwell Pope left side. Gasol passes to Caldwell Pope. Schroeder outside. Fades and shoots. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Marc Gasol does so many things. One of my favorite attributes, toughness and grit he brings to this team.
Shamet finds KD. Back to Shamet. Gasol with the steal. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. And is going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Joe Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Tyler Johnson.
The indestructible one, LeBron brushing off contact for the easy deuce.
Irving attacking, shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Horton Tucker's checked in. Here's Harden. And the bucket is good. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Kuzma. No good on the triple.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And the basket by Harden.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
And Harrell slams it in.
He plays with such force. You see why Harrell has been called the heart and soul of this team.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nets. Lakers shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. That's good from Harrell. Now Irving. He's a player that you can only hope to slow down. He averages nearly 28 points a game. Here's Caruso. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Caruso's got it back down to single digits for Los Angeles. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. They've led by as many as 14 points. Harden draws the double. Here's the feed to Jordan. And stolen by Harrell. It's Kuzma penetrating. And Kuzma slams it in.
Love how forceful Kuzma is. When he's driving with purpose, he's a threat to dunk.
Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Three-pointer. Morris with the rebound. Lakers trail by 9. Lakers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. The first one falls. The Nets making a switch here. Shamet's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Nets leading by 7. Irving looking over the floor. And they double up Jordan. It's stolen by Morris. Now the Lakers on the break. Kuzma with the ball. Horton Tucker, that's good. Horton Tucker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Now here's Irving. Tight defense on him. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Caruso. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we've reached the end of the third. Nets out in front. They lead by 5. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Harrell is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Schroeder outside, the dish to Gasol. Kicks it out to James. 4 on the shot clock. The shot's good.
That's what the offense is designed to do. Get LeBron high percentage looks.
It's the Nets now, leading by 5. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Irving with it, now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Shamet the pass to Jordan. Here's Irving. And the layup's good off the glass. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
Tremendous focus by Kyrie. Doesn't let the contact throw him off.
Schroeder passes to LeBron. Kicks it out to Schroeder for the 3. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
It's good from long range.
Yeah, defenses beware. You have to close out hard on KCP and disrupt his rhythm.
Harris outside. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. And the rejection by Harrell. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. The free throw good, LeBron.
You know, maybe the most storied high school player ever. It's amazing to think that LeBron's exceeded expectation here at the pro level.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. To the paint, here's Caldwell Pope. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense from Johnson. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
James in the post. Guarded by KD. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from James. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. They've led by as many as 14 points. And the pass to Claxton. That one doesn't drop.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot. That's what he does. Put the ball in KD's hands, and he'll deliver.
Here's James, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Morris is checked in for Harrell. And both free throws, good for James.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a 1-possession game.
Durant against James. It's Durant with the drive. Count that one. And the Nets lead by 5.
He handles like a point guard. KD looks at ease running that pick and roll.
Here's LeBron. That shot, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. outside Durant. Johnson, the pass to Harden. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Schroeder. Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And the dunk by LeBron.
Your go-to guy in these situations, LeBron has been here before plenty of times.
James against KD. Harden outside. KD passes to Harden. 5 to shoot.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Schroeder kicks to Caldwell Pope. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And in the moment of truth, KCP calling for the ball and delivering a powerful blow.
KD on the wing. James covering. The shot by KD. No good.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
James dishes to Caldwell Pope. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Buries the triple. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
He could have tried to force a shot there. Instead, LeBron keeps his eyes up, finds an open teammate.
Here's Durant. Got it!
I mean, no hesitation in the clutch. Scoring the ball is second nature to KD.
And the Lakers call time here. They're trailing by 2. 1 second left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And with under 2 seconds remaining, they need something quick. Don't have time for an extra pass here, but they want to try for a 3 off the inbound play and go for the win. Definitely doable.
And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, James Harden.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap. style of the Bucks as they enter the building. And David Aldridge is standing by.
Hey, Kevin.
Terrific. David, thanks. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. And for Brooklyn, we've got Durant. Harden out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And it's Durant missing. Lopez outside. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. Poke loose. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Shamet. Coming off a stellar performance against Boston. Passes it to Claxton. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Giannis outside. Greg, tonight's game, like so many, could come down to the three-point shooting. There are debates as to whether that style alone can win you a championship. What do you think?
You know, there'll never be a substitute for balance, but I just think with the evolution of the skill that we see in our game, the coaches and players being so smart, you do want to keep the opponents guessing, but let's face it, the three-point shot is here to stay. It's really simple math. 3 is more than 2.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Clock at 6. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Griffin against Giannis. And the turnover again by Milwaukee. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Griffin passes to KD. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, doesn't Kevin Durant like to put defenders on their heels, and he gets them to foul? Love it.
Durant nails both of them.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. An 11-point game for him in the win against New York. The rebound by Harden. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Chris Middleton.
Well, Kevin Durant is used to absorbing contact on the way up, and when he's this deep, it really puts the defense in a bind. You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of him.
And there's the pass to Harden. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Count it. Harden's got his second basket.
And one of the most creative scorers the league has to offer. Harden specializes in sinking those tough shots.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
And here is KD. He's been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game. Shamet the pass to Durant. And KD throws it down.
With his length and his size, how easy does KD make that dunk look?
Here's Middleton. Feeds to Lopez. Brooklyn with the rebound. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Yeah, they took advantage of some porous defense in that one. Really got the shots they wanted.
Give them some credit. I'll tell you this. They caught an opponent on a very off night defensively, and you take advantage. Simple as that.
Griffin grabs the board. Lobbed up there for Durant.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
1:10 left to play here in the first. And the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Here's Giannis. Lopez. It's not going to go for him. And Brooklyn will come the other way. And Harris wide open. He shoots. His three-pointers off the mark. Bucks trail by 10. And Connaughton has it in the corner. Trying to get open is Lopez. And that one's good from Connaughton. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. 40 seconds left to play in the first. Irving finds Brown. Down low, here's Harris. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Kicks it out to Giannis. Middleton against Harris. Middleton drives in. On the wing, Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Jordan. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Lets it go with a 3. Harris missing again. On the wing, Holiday. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And as the first quarter wraps up, already naturally a ball-dominant player. James Harden talking.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Bucks, they've got Portis, and it's Forbes in at the 2. It's stolen by Harris, and here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Here's the lob for Harris. It's 2-on-1. Here's Augustine, finished off the break.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now here's Irving. He's coming off a 40-point game against Boston. Yep, it counts. Irving's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets.
Boy, terrific read. Kyrie Irving understands what the defense is giving him and takes advantage.
The fadeaway. Craig passes to Augustine. Here is Forbes. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against New York. Tips it. Brooklyn leading by 13. Brown with it. Picked up by Portis. Green dishes to Harris. Puts up a 3. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. For Milwaukee, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Irving's got the ball. They grab their own miss. On the wing, Irving. The 3. Brooklyn gets it back with the new shot clock at 14. Bucks trail by 13. Forbes the pass to Connaughton. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. The Bucks also with the sub. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Bryn Forbes. Now, here is Harden. He had 22 points in the win against Boston.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backcourt.
And in the early surprise teams, Doris, some have fallen by the wayside, but some may be for real.
And isn't that one of the most exciting aspects of any season, Kevin? You watch a team perhaps outperform expectations. We see a good team take that next step and become a real threat for a title. Like, there's so many storylines that develop over the course of a long season. I can't wait.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
Augustine looking around. Pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Well, DJ Augustine has been around this league a long time. He does not miss open teammates.
Outside Griffin. Back to Harden. Fires the three. Augustine grabs the board.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
He lobs it up.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And so Griffin will bring it up for the Nets. They've led by as many as 14 points. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
You don't like to count on points from your reserves, but they had some hot hands coming off the bench.
When you get that kind of a complete effort, that's a game you're going to win far more often than not.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Green, he's checked in for Griffin. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Landry Shamet.
I think Kevin Durant has proven he's all about winning. He's going to do whatever it takes. This guy is a gamer. He can meet the biggest moments, and he's willing to grind. I just love watching this guy go.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Nets leading by 13. The three from KD. It's rebounded by Portis.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Milwaukee also making some changes. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Torrey Craig. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Augustine. Now here's Irving. He's got 5. Jordan finds Irving. Irving double team. Kicks it out to Harden. This one for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Harden's got 6 points in the quarter.
Woo-hoo, Kyrie Irving doing work with the pass. That's pretty.
Here's DiVincenzo. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now here's Harden. He's got 10. From deep. No good there. And so it's Brooklyn. They're... All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. And with Durant back in action, you know the Achilles will be on his mind and everyone else's. And
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Harden out there with Landry Shamet. And it's Durant. Then there's Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the center. So that's the Nets 5. Now here is Holiday. Kicks it down to Middleton. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Griffin with the steal. A shot by Harden. Wide open. Off target from three-point range.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Shoots it up. That one wide left.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Lopez dishes to Antetokounmpo. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. The three from Harden. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
No one hits a pull-up like the Beard. I mean, he's perfected the quick stop and pop, and that thing is a deadly shot.
Here's DiVincenzo. Now here is Holiday. He's tightly guarded. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And you can see what he wanted to do there, but that was a tough giveaway.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Griffin down low. Antetokounmpo's there. The shot's good from Griffin.
And that's just too easy. When Griffin gets to that area of the floor, expect him to finish.
Here's Forbes, and it's blocked by Brown.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Holiday. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. Outside Holiday. A rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got 4 rebounds in this game. And here's Harris from the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Harris has got his second bucket tonight.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Griffin with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Now here's Brown. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Harris outside. Shoots the 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got 4 rebounds in this game.
His shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Harris against Middleton. Griffin trying to get open.
This is the court awareness that Joe Harris gives you. He is so skilled at realizing how to give his teammates an open look.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Now, here's Shamet. He's still scoreless so far in this one. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Oh, and here comes Holiday all alone. And the officials call a traveling violation. And a chance here to check out some stats for Kyrie Irving.
And guys, it's inevitable over the course of a season that a player will have his ups and downs at the free throw line. And he's on a downswing this month. The percentage has dropped off, but I don't think it'll take him long to bring it back up.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for the Nets. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Blake Griffin. Bucks trail by 15. Giannis high post. And Giannis throws it down.
In the long strides of Antetokounmpo, once he gets downhill, there's almost no stopping him.
Now, here's Shamet. 32 seconds left here in the third quarter. Harris kicks to Shamet. And the wide open shot from Green. The rebound by the Bucks.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
And he lays in the alley-oop.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Brown, good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. We'll return shortly. Let's listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team in the huddle.
Let's be the one that just plays harder. Keep putting.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Bucks trail by 11. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 guard. Here is Durant following the bucket by the Bucks. Here's Harden. Great D that time from Portis.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for the Nets. The Bucks also changing it up. Lopez comes in for Portis, and it's Holiday in for Pat Connaughton. And the dunk by Giannis.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
The Nets making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. Harden against DiVincenzo. Harden can't hit. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Bucks trail by 6. Holiday surveying the floor. Knocked loose.
Turnovers weren't a story for him early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
And Antetokounmpo. That shot missing. Nets leading by 8. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. The long distance 3 is buried. Harden's got 5 points now this quarter. Now the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him, but again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
It's Harden with the drive. Durant with a wide open look. And the 3 off target.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And they have picked it up offensively here in the second half. Ball movement, getting high percentage shots, and you can definitely see a difference.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Griffin comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and Landry Shamet subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Harden against DiVincenzo. Harden's shot is good.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
DiVincenzo finds Antetokounmpo. Passes it to Lopez. Makes it off the glass.
You can see why they go to Brook Lopez, his calming presence to deliver in the clutch.
KD passes to Claxton. Great D that time from Middleton. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for Milwaukee, trailing by 4.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Now here is Holiday. Dishes it to Lopez. The kick out to Holiday. Over Durant. The shot by Holiday, no good. Nets leading by 6. The pass to Griffin. The Nets working the ball around now. KD against Giannis. No good from Durant. The Bucks have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Harden's shot is good. And the Nets lead by 6.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Outside Holiday. Griffin grabs the board. Puts it up. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Irving's checked in for James Harden.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Holiday finds Lopez. The kick out to Holiday. Here's Giannis. Pass to Lopez. And no good. Great D that time from Griffin. Well, this one is winding down now. Brooklyn can watch the clock run out, but they'll get another chance. From deep three-point range, and it's Shamet missing. He drops the first one, and that brings them within 5. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. For 3, Durant, it's off.
As a defender, Middleton can...
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. for him.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot.
Well, that was delicate there from Giannis. I like that floater because that becomes unblockable given the massive length.
Here's LeBron, and the dunk by James.
And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We've got some rims to rattle.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam. Now, here's DiVincenzo. 11 points for him in that last game against New York.
Let's us not forget about the work on the glass. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Holiday. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. First quarter, just over a minute played. Middleton against James. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Gasol with the steal. Morris inside. Antetokounmpo defending. And there's Gasol. That's good on the assist by Schroeder. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking about the postseason.
I agree. James. Rebounded by the Bucks.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 28-point game against Sacramento.
And his passing also off the charts in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in.
And Gasol able to finish.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Giannis with it. Gasol covering. Lopez inside. Morris is there. Offensive rebound. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Kicks it down to Middleton. Wants to get it to Morris and does. James left side. And James throws it down.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
Now, Giannis, after the missed 3 from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and Antetokounmpo, and it's sent back by Morris. Fast break, the Lakers. LeBron with the ball from deep. Doesn't go that time. Now the Bucks take it the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
Well, the last time it was about feeding off of the glass and getting rebounds to ignite the offense, and that came up big for them. Great opportunities to get out and run.
James, no good.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there. Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And the Lakers have possession after the basket by Milwaukee. Los Angeles with another miss.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming. Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And always a smooth athlete. KCP doing a better job of drawing contact.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Torrey Craig comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And yes, it's good.
All heart from Caldwell Pope there, using every ounce of strength to muscle that shot in.
Here's Connaughton. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. There's the one.
Oh, wow. And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Tie game in Milwaukee. Stay with us as we... And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Portis is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's DJ Augustine, and it's Connaughton in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Augustine looking around. To the inside, and Portis throws it down.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Pass to Caruso. Caldwell Pope outside. Just 5 to shoot.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
Now here is Augustine. He's guarded closely. Portis against Kuzma. Portis, the pass to Antetokounmpo. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And Portis throws it down.
A great floor awareness as Antetokounmpo has a sense for when the D has overcommitted or shifted his way, and then he finds where his teammate is open on the floor.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
And that's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
There's the lob to Portis. Out to the wing. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Bucks. And the Lakers also making a change. James is checked in. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by, the Lakers trail. Here's Caruso, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Bucks. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
Categorically, you look at that box score from that last game, and they outplayed their opponent in so many areas. I thought it was going to at least come down to a buzzer beater, but it did not.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. The drive by LeBron. That's a bucket. His 3rd of the game. He shot the ball 7 times.
LeBron putting the ball down on the deck. You just can't stop him when he goes straight to the rim.
Pass to Craig. To the middle. Here's Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. We've got 1:48 left in the first half of basketball. Here's LeBron, and it's blocked. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Torrey Craig. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Augustine. And then for Los Angeles, Marc Gasol's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Markieff Morris comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso.
Now, LeBron sometimes will show him off. The handle's right there, pretty sick, slicing up the defense that time.
Pass to DiVincenzo. To the paint. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
The drive by James. Got that bucket in no time at all. James has got 6 points in the quarter.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
And the dunk by Lopez.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Back to Schroeder. On the wing, Morris. 35 seconds left in the first half. The shot that time, not on target. DiVincenzo hits the bucket. Now it's a 3-point Bucks lead.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
LeBron, no good. The Bucks have gotten on a roll and just kept going here in the second quarter. 8 of 8. Wow. Middleton the pass to Lopez. The kick out to Holiday. The Lakers with the rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
And the last shot before the buzzer is off.
Well, without the D from Holiday.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on... And that does it for our...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Bobby Portis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the 5. And Holiday kicks to Lopez. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. You know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Antetokounmpo kicks to Holiday. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
Great body control from Holiday. Gets the shot off while getting hit in the process.
That free throw good from Drew Holiday. A different look for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Torrey Craig comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. The Lakers also making some changes. Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
And the dunk by Giannis.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Morris into the lane. Great D that time from Portis.
The team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Bucks. Augustine comes in for Drew Holiday. And the Lakers also making a switch. Horton Tucker's checked in.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Bucks.
Bucks leading by 7. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And it's Connaughton missing for Los Angeles. They've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard. And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there to go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1.
Harrell trying to get open is Kuzma. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Harrell. Antetokounmpo passes to Portis. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. That's no good, but only his first miss in 6 shots. And the Bucks with some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Augustine. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Lakers. And too long on the shot. Bucks leading by 7. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. The pass to Forbes. And to the Antetokounmpo inside. He's defended by Harrell. Kuzma kicks to Caruso. Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. Kicks it out to Schroeder. The 11-footer, Lopez with the block.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame, a smart block, if you will.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Schroeder. Forbes with the rebound.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together. That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be. Oh, he got it to go!
Patient. Bam. Woo.
How about that shot to beat the clock?
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Bucks lead by 4. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
The in-between game showing off here by LeBron. Does his share of damage from the mid-range, and another one there.
Here's Giannis. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
And Gasol slams it in.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
DiVincenzo with it. Drills the three-pointer. And the Bucks lead by 3.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
LeBron dishes to Harrell. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Oh, and here comes Holiday all alone.
Holiday did a great job there, realizing they had an opportunity in transition, taking advantage of the numbers. Those are the kind of situations where they thrive.
He gets that one.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Giannis passes to Lopez. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 6 assists now in the game. Passes to Harrell. Here's Horton Tucker. No good on the 3. Here's DiVincenzo. It's good. Now it's a 7-point Bucks lead.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Giannis kicks to DiVincenzo. Back to Antetokounmpo. It's tipped. 6 to shoot. .156 left to play in the final quarter. Harrell. It's good on the putback.
Montrezl Harrell, not the first guy you think about, but he comes through first class.
Here's Holiday. Banked in off the glass. Holiday's got 4 points this quarter. .144 left in the fourth quarter. It's Schroeder with the drop. Here's James, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Well, beyond the physical stuff, what I like about Giannis right now is the feel for the game. That time, great timing defensively.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Connaughton's checked in. Antetokounmpo up top. Gasol against Lopez. Here's Connaughton. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. A second chance effort. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Holiday left side. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Bucks.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And after dropping game 1 in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
And it's the Lakers' ball. They trail by 11 and finished off by LeBron.
Well, it looks like he's got just one of those good feels tonight. That means trouble for the opponent.
Outside Holiday. The shot, no good. Here's Caruso. Off on that one. So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it. The activity in front of the... Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the 1 spot. And for the Nets, Irving is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Griffin, and it's Durant, and it's Claxton in at the center. Now here's James. 6 on the shot. Oh, what a play!
Nothing out of the ordinary there for LeBron. I mean, insane athleticism.
Here's Irving, and no good, trying to use the glass. And it's the Lakers ball, outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Now here's James after the miss from Dennis Schroeder. James looking it over. A three-pointer, no good. Oh, Griffin in position and stolen by LeBron. Now the Lakers on the break. There's the lob to the hoop. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Schroeder.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
James Harden, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. And the jam by Harden.
Love when Harden uses that great leaping ability to finish with power.
Here's James. Nice D from Durant. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Irving passes to Griffin. Over Morris. And Griffin scores. The assist by Irving. We always see it, these players, Greg, looking rejuvenated after the All-Star week. Does that short period of rest really make that kind of difference?
I think sometimes mentally more than physically. It's kind of an opportunity to hit the reset button and prepare yourself for the stretch run. And listen, that season is so long, and because guys train year-round now, to get that mini break, if you will, I think can work wonders for guys as they get ready to make that home stretch push.
Seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
Well, I like the understated focus that Harden brings to the table. Despite getting knocked around, his concentration allows him to play through the bumps.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
LeBron against Griffin. Out to Kuzma. Shot clock at 6. James. Offensive rebound. And Schroeder stays with it.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Yep, that one goes. Harden's got 7 points.
Well, I tell you what, with Harden, sometimes it seems the more the defense bodies him up, the more determined and effective he is in scoring.
Here's Horton Tucker. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Shot left block. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Harden scanning the floor. That one falls. He's got 9.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
Now here's Kuzma. He's coming off a 25-point game against Sacramento.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge. Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on James Harden. When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role. Tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets. And he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And Luwawu subbed in for Kevin Durant. And Harden with the stuff.
Irving doing a nice job there, being creative and efficient with that beautiful assist.
Caruso, the pass to Horton Tucker. Here's Caruso. And stolen by Jordan. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. The 3 from Harden. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists in the game. Here's Kuzma. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Nets out in front, up 6. And we'll be back. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot.
And, Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Nets.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Luwawu is out there with Griffin. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Johnson, and it's Irving in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Big boy muscle that time by DeAndre Jordan was not going to be stopped. Got the hoop, +1.
Marcus All's checked in for Los Angeles. Lakers trail by 9. To the wing on the left. Horton Tucker, the pass to Morris. Gasol kicks to Caruso. Back to Gasol. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at Los Angeles. Here in the middle of the regular season, they've been able to get the 4th best record in the conference.
You know, for Los Angeles, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Now, here's Shamet. Defense is right there. Gasol with the steal. Now the Lakers on the break. Morris with the ball. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Nets leading by 9. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Luwawu's got his first 2 points of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Caldwell Pope, outside for Gasol. Morris against Green. Morris, no good. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That's his first foul. And the Nets making a change here. Harden's checked in. James checked in for Los Angeles. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Alex Caruso. Shamet, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. It's stolen by Green. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, I like how Jordan embraces his role on this team. I mean, it's all about rebounding and putbacks for him at the offensive end.
And that is a great move off the baseline and a big-time play at the basket.
Agreed. Fantastic reverse dunk. Had to get up high for that one.
Guys, that's exactly the kind of play that can really spark a team to a rally.
And it's Shamet missing.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for the Nets.
Yeah, that's just outstanding focus on these hard finishes. I mean, Caldwell Pope fighting to score through contact and making it happen.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. And Durant subbed in for Luwawu Cabarrot. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Boy, a dynamic wing with freakish length. Durant is the ideal alley-oop target.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his first foul. So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Joe Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Kyrie Irving. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Morris.
Boy, that burst of speed. James may be the fastest guy in the league. And because of his size and speed, he's a force when he turns the Jets on.
Green, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Bruce Brown comes in for James Harden. Schroeder against Johnson. It's stolen by Schroeder. Caldwell Pope on the wing. 1:06 left in the second quarter. Kuzma with it, picked up by Brown. Here's Caldwell Pope. That's tipped, and they're able to recover. And it's Harrell missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
LeBron against Harris.
You know, that's one of the reasons LeBron is so hard to defend.
And it looks like, yep, it's the coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so Brown will bring it up for Brooklyn. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home. From deep, Johnson. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. 3 seconds left. And LeBron throws it down hard.
Boy, he seems ageless at times, guys. Somehow, some way, LeBron continues to rip off these insane sequences time and time.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets going into the break with a 10-point lead.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 14 points and 1 assist. And that's a wrap for our...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the 1. Harden, no good. Lakers trail by 10. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. And a miss there on the triple. And the net shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Tries from 7. Harden with the bucket, getting it done inside. Harden's got 16 points.
I really appreciate how Harden handles contact, staying in control of his body, and tremendous balance.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Here's Harden. That misses off the backboard.
That's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit, maybe lost concentration too.
And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Horton Tucker's checked in. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. And again, the Lakers no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Some changes for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. Durant down low. Covered by LeBron. Pops it up for Jordan. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
And finished off by LeBron.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Shots good by Durant.
Methodical and productive from mid-range. Few players in the NBA shoot it like Kevin Durant.
And a wide-open look for James. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Nets leading by 12. Shamet. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Here's Horton Tucker. And Jordan sends it back.
When Jordan comes to deny a shot, his size and reach give him a big advantage.
On its way from Irving for 2. It's hauled in by LeBron.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Morris finds Gasol. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And the shot is good.
Boy, the confidence of Gasol on the block is really impressive to see. I mean, once he gets good positioning, he goes right to work.
Now, here is Irving. D right on him. Green inside. Morris is there. Green passes to Jordan. Over Gasol. Jordan kicks to Shamet. KD on the wing. Second chance shot. 2 free throws coming. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Irving passes to Jordan. Off target with his 3. Lakers trail by 14. Pass to Kuzma. Irving against Schroeder. Kuzma passes to Harrell. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Kevin Durant. averaging 29 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. Well, you know that he can put points up in a hurry, and he leads this team in scoring.
Yeah, you know, I think he's got a great sense of how to keep their offense going and being productive. If somebody else is having an off night, then he kind of steps in and fills the gap.
Basket counts.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Lakers trail by 14. Schroeder surveying the floor. Irving with the steal. He feeds it to Griffin. Jordan high post. On the wing, Irving. Shoots over Schroeder. The rebound by the Lakers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've got their field goal percentage. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Nets leading by 14. We've got Harden. Durant is out there with Griffin. Then there's Brown, and it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball, and Harrell slams it in.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Yeah, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Harden's shot is off.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Down low.
Yeah, and this is what Caldwell Pope is here to do. I mean, a natural scorer who's looking to capitalize from there every time.
And here is Brown. He kicks to Harden. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Caruso, the pass to Schroeder. Harrell trying to free himself up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
Harden finds KD. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And the Nets lead by 12.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Here's Caruso. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Harden outside. Pass to Griffin. Outside, KD. Over Caldwell Pope. The shot by KD. No good.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Green is checked in for the Nets. Schroeder hits them both. Now Harden. Outside for Griffin. Yep, that one goes in there.
Hey, we know Harden can score it, but he also has great vision.
Here's James, and James throws it down hard.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
And Harden with the stuff.
Boy, it's amazing to me how easy Harden makes it look. I mean, when he's locked in, he feels like there's nobody that can guard him, and he's right most of the time.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
To the left side wing. Green, the pass to Harden. Misses the three.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Griffin with it. Harrell on him. Griffin finds Green. Pulls up. High post. Right side Griffin. Outside Green. From deep. Harden missing again.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
It's Harden with the drive.
Hey, Harden is seeking contact. He is hunting bodies when he drives. He's so good at just getting his body into the path of the defense.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're trailing by 8. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, James Harden.
And he's been dialed in from the field, Kevin. Good on over 60% of his attempts. They've been working the ball around well, and he's benefited with a lot of open looks. And boy, has he made the most of them.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. He said to them, guys, coming up, this is where the game could be won or lost. We need to make plays on both ends. Stay focused, stay locked in, trust one another. We'll see if they can keep that trust going, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Here's Claxton. The feed to Griffin. It's stolen by Morris. James against Durant, and James gets it to go on the assist by Morris.
Elevating his aggressiveness and level of play in moments like this. LeBron as clutch as they come.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, so now it's an 8-point game.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up, W in the bag.
Keeps it alive. James on the follow.
Well, the work ethic of LeBron is admirable. I mean, even when he's not involved in the play, he's still getting it done on the glass.
Well, this one is winding down now. Brooklyn can watch the clock run out. Out to KD. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Good work there as it goes.
Another one of those special nights for LeBron. I mean, you know, if he sticks around till he's an older fella, that all-time scoring career mark, wow, might be in jeopardy.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Irving double team. Kicks it out to Harden. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Two of the hottest teams, Greg, getting together tonight. This is highly anticipated.
And you know what, Kevin? The trick to winning a game like this, force your opponent to play your style of basketball. That could determine who goes home with the W.
I like it.
Look, if you give Lopez a 7-footer this much room, it's over.
Harden against Holiday. And it's Jordan with the jam.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Lopez left side to the inside. And Giannis gets it to go.
You know this, if you're open, you can count on Brook Lopez to find you. He uses his height to spot open teammates.
It's Harden with the drive. Can't hit that one. Now the Bucks take it the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
You don't like to count on points from your reserves, but they had some hot hands coming off the bench.
When you get that kind of a complete effort, that's a game you're going to win far more often than not.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jordan. And it's Blake Griffin in for Kevin Durant. Here is Harden following the basket by Giannis. Harden kicks to Harris. And the rejection by Giannis. Clock at 6. The kick out to Irving. Goes up again. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Now here's Harden. Harden draws the double. Harris outside. Harden against Holiday. Harden's shot is off.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber.
And the basket by Harden.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Giannis outside. Outside Holiday. That three off the mark. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention four-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, who's checked in for Lopez. Torrey Craig comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Landry Shamet comes in for James Harden.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Nets trail by 6. Shamet the pass to Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
Kevin Durant makes that dunk look easy. He's so big, you can't do anything about it.
Craig. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
They double team Griffin. There's the pass to Shamet. Durant down low. He's been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game.
I think your best option defensively is to try to keep the ball out of Durant's hands, because if he's that close, he will convert.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Portis. And it's Connaughton missing.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that.
Oh, wow! Young fella.
Boy, how about the finish by Kevin Durant? Just gets up with such ease.
And Giannis throws it down.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
And Griffin slams it in.
Yet another way Griffin beats you. Great body control going up over the top.
Antetokounmpo against Griffin. And Portis throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. A nice shot by Irving.
The handles, the burst, almost impossible to stay in front of Kyrie on the drive.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving.
How can we be the best version of ourselves?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Brooklyn now, Landry Shamet is out there with Brown. Then it's Jordan. Then there's Green. And it's Luwawu in at the small forward. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here's Forbes. An easy 2 points on the layup. Forbes has got 5 points in the quarter. Nets trail by 3. Brown drives in and finished off by Brown.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Craig kicks to Connaughton. Bucks passing it around. He doesn't hit that one. Jordan with some nice D. Here's Luwawu. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Luwawu's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
The Bucks have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And contact. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Brent Forbes. And it's Holiday in for Augustine. Trips down the breakaway slam.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Harden the pass to Griffin. Now here's Durant. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. In it goes. That's his third bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The kick out to Irving. Right side to...
Oh. You got to be kidding. How about the ability of Durant to make those long strides to the rim and absorb the contact?
Middleton can't get it to go. The Nets on offense. They're on a 14-5 run. It's good. Harden's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Brook Lopez never stopped working, especially inside where he has been a force.
Inside, Durant, and KD throws it down.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Here's Middleton. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? The Bucks have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Irving with the steal. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And Lopez throws it down.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And the turnover again by Milwaukee. Milwaukee making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Joe Harris is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Here's Harden. And he makes good on the layup. Harden's got 10 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The drive by Giannis. That one goes. Count it.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
With 4 seconds on the clock, and the layup is up and in. 15 points in the game.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back. And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And a close game so. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ended up with 15. And
we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, we know he's got takeover ability, and Kevin Durant is cooking right now.
A reverse. fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
And the Nets making a change here. Green's checked in. Johnson against Holiday. Pass to Lopez. It's tipped. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. And it's Green with the jam.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
Back to Lopez. Over Jordan. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Lopez, no luck.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And a wide open look for Irving. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And so they foul intentionally. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Pass to Connaughton to end the run. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Connaughton's got his second basket of the night.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
That one drops for him. And so Green will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And the basket by Johnson.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You've got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
James Harden, he's checked in for the Nets. Landry Shamet comes in for Johnson. Harden, no good. Now the Bucks moving it up. Antetokounmpo running, and they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Saturday, they'll go back home and they'll be hosting the Detroit Pistons. And then on Monday, they'll host the New York Knicks.
And for that game against Indiana, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
And he sinks the second.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
Harden gets the bucket.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
It is not an easy task trying to convert against length. Give him credit for taking on that challenge.
Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And now it's a 9-point Nets lead.
A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
Here's Portis. Brooklyn with the rebound. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Stolen by Middleton. Bucks passing it around. The kick out to Giannis. Middleton outside. Back to Connaughton. Giannis outside. Shot clock at 6. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And Portis throws it down.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Griffin's checked in. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
Lopez left side. It's deflected. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Oh, goodness gracious.
How about that finish?
Oof. Wow.
Middleton the pass to Antetokounmpo. On the wing, Holiday. The three-pointer off the mark. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Kept alive. Here's Shamet. And that one released in time, but no good.
And an excellent defender. The way Holiday disrupt.
And so it's Brooklyn, sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And we'll be right back after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Harden. Luwawu is out there with Durant. Then there's Brown. And it's Griffin in at the center.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Middleton dishes to Holiday. Back to Middleton. Middleton is doubled. And Griffin sends it back. They're running. Harden has a wide open look. That one off the back iron and out. Bucks trail by 17. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the first of two straight at home. Passes it to Lopez. KD comes with the double team. Antetokounmpo kicks to Holiday. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 6 assists in the game. Harden scanning the floor.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Jordan's checked in.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
The pass to Lopez. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Guarded by KD. Holiday with the 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 6 rebounds in the game. Lobs it up for Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
DeAndre Jordan, simply a force around the cup. This guy has rare athleticism.
Holiday, the pass to Middleton. Durant kicks to Harden. Taken away by Holiday. High post Lopez. The kick out to Holiday. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Hits it from three-point range.
And in that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Durant with the steal. Brown finds Harden. Offensive rebound. Here's Luwawu. From deep three-point range, Jordan. controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
It is not easy trying to keep DeAndre Jordan off the boards. His combination of length and determination so impressive.
Middleton outside. And Lopez gets it to go.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
KD against Giannis. Durant kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. Outside Durant. Goes back up, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You simply can't fight on the shot fake, but Kevin Durant makes that a tough task.
You know, Doris, I've heard some experts say, you look at the 6-foul limit, the NBA is basically the only sports that takes stars off the floor. Doris, what would you think if they just tacked on an extra free throw instead?
Kevin, I absolutely hate the idea. The best defensive teams at any level of basketball guard at a high level without fouling. There's the drama aspect of a player being in foul trouble, either at the start of the game or down the stretch. It has an impact on strategy. It's something that I'm a traditionalist on. I think the 6-foul rule should remain in the game.
Antetokounmpo, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Kevin Durant.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
Good on the second free throw.
Listen, it's only one miss, but it hurts all the same as they try to cut into this lead.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Nets.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game, and I think ultimately that earned the W.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for KD.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Middleton the pass to Lopez. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Irving. Pass to Jordan. KD on the wing. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And the Nets lead by 19.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Here's Craig. Can't connect. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for...
Game 2.
Not if Ty Debo had anything to say about it, as he opened Game 2, forcing multiple turnovers.
And he gets the steal right away.
And built a 6-point lead.
Nice shot.
And in the second quarter, Ty Debo appeared on camera with a headband for the first time in the final.
The Lakers coming through the tunnel with swagger. This looks like a team that's all set to... Now it's ended.
Well, Kevin, and...
Thanks, David. And tonight, we'll most likely see some stout defense. Chris, both these teams are terrific at limiting points.
Yeah, Kevin, these teams do all the little things on defense well. Great at helping over and contesting shots.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the center position. And for Los Angeles, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marquise Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the 1 spot. DiVincenzo finds Holiday. The putback. And James pulls it down. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Bucks. DiVincenzo with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. Middleton dishes to Lopez. Count the basket.
He's using all that size in the paint. Lopez, he's always excelled when he capitalizes in this area of the court.
The pass to Caldwell Pope. In the corner, it's Morris. Bucks passing it around. Middleton for 3. Here's Giannis. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
A nice shot by Gasol.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that.
The Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Schroeder finds James beyond the arc. Gasol no good. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Offline with his 3. Here's Los Angeles now, outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
They just appeared lost out there. I mean, it seemed like they were scrambling on the defensive end of the floor.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
And shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. It's good. Gasol's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Using those long strides on the drive. Gasol adept at finding lanes and attacking.
To the paint. No good that time.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
No, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later. The defense has done a good job of forcing him in tough shots this game.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
And the Bucks making a change here. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Torrey Craig comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Here's Horton Tucker. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Bucks leading by 4. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
James outside to the inside. Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
Excellent court awareness. James has always had terrific instincts as a playmaker.
Deft touch on the alley-oop. And Caruso's got the ball here for Los Angeles. And James gets it to go.
Well, they tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
The Bucks have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Holiday, the pass to Connaughton. Here's Craig. Off target from outside.
And they've come out with that take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys. When you give James a lane to the basket, he's going to dunk it hard. Amazing watching him just glide through the air.
Right wing from past the arc. Buries it from 3-point range.
Maybe he's not a priority for the D, but come on, man. You gotta have somebody keeping track of it.
And they pick up 2. Harrell's got his second basket of the game.
And improving as a shot maker every year. Harrell has to be accounted for defensively.
And Portis throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's Craig. Outside Holiday. The 3. The shot misses. That will count. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. A little bit earlier, we had a chance to chat with Kyle Kuzma.
You know, for me, it's super cool.
Well, Kuzma, Greg, has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end, and adding more to his game every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded by.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports, and always exciting. And what stands out to you from the Bucks in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
They've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Bucks. They've got Portis, and it's Connaughton in at the small forward position. The drive by LeBron. Augustine with the steal. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Kuzma. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And the dunk by James.
Oh, you love seeing James soar like an eagle. He's exceptional at rising up quickly for the alley-oop.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Schroeder against Augustine. Back to Schroeder. Kuzma passes to Morris. Shoots a fader. Gasol trying to free himself up. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
And so on to Antetokounmpo looking over it. Back to DiVincenzo. No good with the triple. The Lakers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting.
And Caldwell Pope just blows past defenders with his speed. Just a sensational finisher all around the bucket.
A clear look here for Middleton. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Caldwell Pope outside. Takes the 3. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Morris has got the lead up to 2 now for the Lakers.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Shots good by Middleton.
It was a tough first quarter for him, but it's been a different story here in the second.
Schroeder dishes to Caldwell Pope. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And here we can check out the story for LeBron James.
His assist numbers in the past 5 games have gone in the wrong direction. He's been out of sync with his teammates, sort of playing on an island instead of as part of a 5-man unit.
And the Lakers making a change here. Horton Tucker's checked in. The Bucks also changing it up. Lopez comes in for Bobby Portis, and it's Holiday in for Augustine. And Morris throws it down.
Morris is a physical guy, solid at staying active on the boards and gobbling up these rebounds.
Antetokounmpo against Morris. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Lakers in the lead. From the line, Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
Here's Holiday, and Gasol sends it back.
Got to be wary of Gasol. I mean, he's good at using his length to turn away shots.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. They shoot again, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Harrell, he's checked in for Markieff Morris. James comes in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Milwaukee also making some changes. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Look, I love to see more of this for Lopez. He has the size to be a force in the glass.
Nice passing here by Los Angeles. LeBron, no good. Bucks trail by 3. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yeah, take it up strong, big fella.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
The Diaz-Snow shot is stopping James when he gets that low in that position. He's too big, too strong in the paint. You got to foul him.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Bucks making a change here. And both free throws good for LeBron. 8 seconds left to play in the first half. Giannis outside. And no good in the last second attempt this time. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They did give up a couple baskets. And that's...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there by Marc Gasol.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Yeah, you must try to match his energy level first and foremost. But right now, he's just out hustling guys to the ball.
Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Schroeder in at the 1. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Lopez with the ball. Now guarded by Schroeder. The wide open look here for Holiday. Ball's knocked loose. DiVincenzo kicks to Giannis to the middle. Another shot. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
There's the 3. And it's Schroeder missing. Bucks trail by 5. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. And Holiday throws it down.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. Lakers leading by 3. LeBron James on the wing. Releases. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. It's stolen by Morris. Caldwell Pope passes to Gasol. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And the versatile game of Gasol. We've seen it all night. He can take you inside, outside, in between.
And Giannis throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Passes it to LeBron. And the dunk by LeBron.
Powerful presence on the court. It's hard to match James' strength inside.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And the dunk by Lopez.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Bobbed up there for Lopez. Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities, and those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Alfonso McKinney comes in for Marc Gasol. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for Morris. The kick out to Lopez. Augustine passes to DiVincenzo. And again, the Bucks miss.
If he'd been even halfway decent today, the score would be a lot different. But you can't get anything to fall.
And there's another turnover by the Lakers. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Friday, they'll defend home court against the Indiana Pacers. And then on Monday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And guys, this is the kind of stretch of the schedule that you dream of. Winnable games at home against opponents you know you have a talent advantage over. It would take a lot for this team to not be successful over this stretch.
Ready to shoot once he catches it. Lopez has tremendous confidence in his scoring ability.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Here's Middleton. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. Portis, the pass to Lopez. It's stolen by Schroeder. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. A different look for Milwaukee. Torrey Craig. He's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Craig kicks to Forbes. Pass to Augustine. Here's Craig. And it's off from three-point range. Lakers leading by 6. Fast break, Milwaukee. Caldwell Pope against Augustine. Back to Forbes. From outside, off the mark. Moving it up. Here's Caldwell Pope. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Here's James. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then it's Holiday, and it's Forbes in at the 2.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Holiday throws it down.
He's an explosive, athletic guard, and I tell you, the coaching staff must love watching Holiday in the open court. I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
He misses the free throw. Chris Middleton's checked in for Milwaukee. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Bryn Forbes, and he's good on the second.
And even with one miss, he's still able to stretch that to a 2-possession game. That is huge for them right now.
DiVincenzo finds Giannis. Bounce pass, Holiday. Middleton left side. Here's Giannis. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Harrell. Here's Caruso. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Orchestrating this offense, James. So crafty at distributing the rock.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Alex Caruso. That'll be his second foul of the game. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Middleton. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. Lakers leading by 7. Unloads from 13. And he overshot that one, missing. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. It's rebounded by Schroeder. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Giannis passes to DiVincenzo. His three-pointers off the mark. Lakers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since they started the final quarter of play. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He said, if we're going to pull this out, we have to do it as a team. We have to rely on one another, trust one another, and help one another. Let's go get this. Kevin, back to you.
There you go. His first three-pointer of the night. That should calm him down. Maybe even get him going a little bit.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the outs, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Lopez finds Antetokounmpo. Bucks passing it around. Down low. Here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
Well, these are the spots Lopez has been in before. He knows how to deliver in them.
On the wing, James. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Chris Middleton.
Yeah, good job to take it right at
the And so he hits both.
Oh, you love how effortless James makes this game look. Everything comes easy to him.
Bucks trail by 6. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo throws down the alley-oop slam.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
Milwaukee's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen to the paint. And the dunk by Giannis.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Anyone can tell they've ramped up the intensity. I mean, they're more assertive, and especially at the offensive end. Oh, come on, James has made plenty of these shots during his career. He embraces the pressure.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Good on the shot.
And that 7'1" Gasol sees over the defense with ease. I mean, fantastic spot in the open look.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Holiday dishes to Giannis. Outside Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. For For three, Middleton. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
There's the triple. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's Middleton. Lays it up and banks it in.
And this is why he gets paid the big bucks. Middleton you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Holiday finds Giannis. Inside and stolen by James. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it.
Oh, you got to love the poise of James, a master at executing in clutch situations.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Yeah, it's quite unlikely, but we've seen crazy things happen.
Back to Giannis. Bobs it up for Holiday. It's stolen by Morris. And an intentional foul right there. On defense, the Bucks. They trail by 6. Out left to the wing. Caruso kicks to James. 6 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Caldwell Pope for 3. Misses. And so the Lakers take the win. Probably. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris.